Hello and welcome back to another exciting video. This is RALLYTOP Investing, and in today's video I want to show you a very simple candlestick formation that you can use every day to make a huge kill of the markets. Okay, now you need to understand some rules before we get into it. Number one, the rule of this strategy is that this candle formation has to happen on the higher time frame. And let me quickly run through the time frame combo that you can use depending on the type of trader you are. For example, you can use this candlestick formation. You find this candlestick formation on the daily time frame, then you need to use the 1 hour time frame as your entry time frame. Okay? Now, if you are using the 4H to find this very candlestick formation, then you need to use the 15M as your entry time frame. If you are using the 1H to find this candle formation, then you need to use the 5M, okay, as your entry time frame. And if you are using the 15M to find this candle formation, then you need to use the 1M as your entry time frame. As simple as that. So you must understand the style of trader or the type of trader that you are. Okay, that is the first rule. Now, the second rule is this. Take a look at this candle pattern. All right, you need to ensure that the high of this middle candle sweeps. You need to ensure that the wick of the middle candle, the candle wick of the middle candle, sweeps the previous candle's high and close below it. All right, do you understand what I mean? It has to close below it, all right, to make it a valid pattern that you need to trade with. Okay, now number two, the number 3 candle has to close below. In the case of a bearish structure, it has to close below the low of the middle candle. This is very, very important. All right, this is very important. Candle color does not matter here. All right, in the same vein, if you are looking for a bullish structure, you need to ensure that the middle candle's wick, all right, takes out the liquidity of the previous candle's low. Very, very important for that to happen, for you to be sure that that is the right candlestick pattern that we are talking about. Okay, so you need to ensure that. And then secondly, the number 3 candle has to completely engulf the middle candle, meaning that it has to close above the high of the middle candle. Okay, so that's the number 2 rule that you need to observe when you want to trade with this candlestick formation. Now, the number 3 rule is this. Once you find this candle formation, you need to mark out this middle candle as your point of interest, your higher time frame point of interest. All right, and after marking that, you need to go down to your entry time frame to refine that your higher time frame point of interest. Okay, the same thing with the downtrend, just exactly the same thing. When you have seen this 3 candlestick formation, you need to now mark out this middle candle as your higher time frame point of interest. All right, and then you go down your entry time frame to wait for price, to look for a refinement of that higher time frame point of interest. The reason being that the higher time frame point of interest may be too large. All right, your stop loss on the higher time frame may be too large, and therefore you need to refine your OB to a sizable portion that you are comfortable with. All right, but you need to do it with the correct refinement of your higher time frame POI. All right, so these are the rules that you need to observe. And then rule number 4 is that once that has taken place, once you have done all of that, you now need to wait on your lower time frame, or that is your entry time frame. Okay, you need to wait for price to come and tap into that higher time frame point of interest for you to take your trade from there. Now, please, I want you to take note of this, because price has already swept liquidity on your higher time frame. So on your lower time frame, your entry time frame, that is, you don't need to wait for anything like chalk, anything like inducement and all of that. You just need to take your trade directly as price comes back to tap into that your point of interest. All right? Okay? Now, but for our students in our community, they understand how to further confirm that scenario. When price taps into their higher time frame point of interest, they know how to further confirm it, and it's not something that I would like to disclose publicly here. All right? But what I'm telling you is the whole thing. Once price taps into that higher time frame point of interest that you have refined on your lower time frame, then you can take your trades from there. All right? This is a very powerful and very effective trading strategy. Okay? So let me show you some of these things on the live chat for you to really understand what we mean. Okay, so let's look for something here. Let's look for something here. Okay, now let's take a look at this. Let me start from here. Now, in this strategy, you don't need structure. You don't need to have knowledge about your swing high, swing low. You don't need all of that. All that you are using is the candlestick formation. All right? Please stick with me till the end of this video. Don't check out of this video. All right? Please stay with me so that you can understand exactly how to trade with this strategy. Very, very important. All right? If you skip this video halfway, then you will be able to understand exactly how to use this strategy. Now, let me show you this example. Let's start from here. Now, take a look at this. Price has been coming down, all right? And look at this candle. This candle printed the lowest low. Can you find that? Can you see that? It printed the lowest low and took out this previous candle. Remember, this candle's high and this candle low are protected, all right? And therefore, this one is an inside bar, okay? The next candle that wick below this very master candle is this one, as you can see. So that candle wick took out this previous candle's low, all right? And close above it. Can you see that? After taking it out, it close above it. Can you see that? Now, this candle that close above it, take a look at it. This very candle that that wick below this candle's low and close above it, look at that candle. The high of that candle is protected. The low is also protected. So this other candle inside is an inside bar, this one, where you find my cursor. And therefore, when we want to mark this in, let's use the replay tool for you to be able to understand a bit of what I'm trying to say. All right? Let's use the replay tool here. All right? So now let's take it from here. Okay? Now let's take it from here. Can you see that? So now let's mark this candle just like you have seen on the diagram. It has taken out the low of the previous candle. It swept that liquidity there. So liquidity has been swept. And remember, this one is an inside bar. And therefore, when you are marking your OB, it will be this OB here. It will be this candle. This candle's high is protected. And this candle's low is also protected. All right? And as you can see, okay? And as you can see, this candle close above this very candle that we have marked. All right? It close above it. Let me just do it better. Okay? So as you can see, it close above. All right? So this is your OB. And now we can get to the lower time frame. I'm using the daily time frame in this case. And like I told you, this can be used on any time frame, on any higher time frame. All right? So I'm using it on the daily time frame now. It's the same thing if you use it on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour, on the 15 minutes. It's just the same thing. All right. So now let's get to the lower time frame. I'm going to go to my 1 hour. All right, and find how we can take trade from this point of interest. Remember, we have to refine this point of interest. Okay, we have to refine it. I hope you understand that. Sorry, we have to refine this point of interest. Okay, I think I have. Let's get back to the 1 hour. I think I have touched something. I don't know. Let's look at that. I don't know whether I've touched something there. Okay, let's see. Have I touched anything there? Just a minute, guys. Okay, so we are still on course. We are on course. So we go back to that 1 hour. All right. Okay, so this is our 1 hour. Okay, as you can see, this is our 1 hour, and price. All right, this is where price on the 1 hour. All right, close above. Correct? Yes, correct. And now look at it. Everything is mitigated here. Everything is mitigated, as you can see. It's mitigated. And therefore, what do you do in this kind of aspect? Well, this is the lowest low. This candle is the lowest low of all these candles here. All right? This is the lowest low. Can you see that? It's the lowest low. All right? And because it is the lowest low, now you can actually refine this large daily time frame point of interest. You can refine it using hidden OB. And I'm going to do a video on hidden OB if you don't know what we call hidden OB. All right? Now, we want to refine it and we want to use this hidden OB here. Look at it. When we talk about hidden OB, we are talking about this candle's low. This candle took out this candle's low. Because everything is mitigated here, so we can use this candle's low as our hidden OB here. All right? We can use it as our hidden OB. Okay? Now, let's play price from here, so that you can understand what exactly I mean. This is your hidden OB. Let me play price from here for you to see. Okay, from there. All right. So this is your hidden OB. All right. And you can stretch it out and take your trade from there. You can stretch it out. All right. Wait for price to come and tap into it. And then you can now take your trades from there. Remember, that's your hidden OB. All right. So we have refined this large OB to this hidden OB here. All right. So let's continue to play price and see what happens next. So we want to take trade from that hidden OB. We want to go long. All right. So if you want to go long, then what do? We want to take trade from there. Let's see what happens. Let me reduce this so that we can see clearly what we are doing. Okay. So let's see what we are doing there. So we want to where is my stop loss? Sorry guys, I don't know what's happening here. Let me take it out. So we want to go long, so we can take trade from here. Okay, but we can refine this thing more. I mean, let me stretch out this thing very well so that we don't have to do that again. Let me stretch it out very, very well. All right, so as you can see, so we stretch it out now. So we can now look for opportunity to go long. All right, so we want to go long from here. Let's see what happens. Our stop loss, give a buffer to your stop loss. All right, give a buffer. And then where do we target? Let's get back to that daily time frame and see where we can target. Okay, so we can target this opposing OB here. All right, look at the opposing OB right here. This candle is our opposing OB, so we can target that. Okay, we can target that. So once price gets there, we want to take our TP from there. All right. So we go back to that 1H and see what is going to be. So this is the 1H. All right. We have everything set for this market. All right. Let me reduce it very well. So let's where is our TP? Let's see where our TP is. Our TP is on the daily time frame. All right. So that's going to be our TP there. All right. That's going to be our TP there. So let's, okay. So that's our TP. Okay. And that's going to give us 16R if it goes our way. That's going to be very huge. So let's see what happens. Let's play price and see what happens next. Okay, what's this? What's this? Okay. So let's play price and see what happens next. So as you can see, we have been tapped into the market. Price has tapped into that refined OB, and the price has started going back up. Now, before we go any further, once price, closes above this high or breaks this high, you can move your stop loss to break even. But I will advise that in this case, because there is no other form of confirmation, please don't move your stop loss just right away, because price can simply come back here into this very refined OB and take you out of the market. So don't move your stop loss just yet. The reason being that we are using candle sweep. It's a candlestick formation. We are not following structure here. All right. So please don't move it to break even. All right. If you are following structure, then you can move your stop loss to break even once it breaks this high. But in this case, we are using candlestick formation. So let's continue to play price and see. See what I mean? So price came back into that our refined point of interest, but we are still in the market because it didn't take us out. If you had moved your stop loss to break even, you would have been taken out of the market. All right. So don't do that, because we are using candlestick formation and not structure. We are trading on candlestick formation, based on candlestick formation and not structure. All right. So let's continue to play price. Now remember, you can as well take additional entries as price is moving up, but that's not what we're discussing today. We're just discussing about how to use the higher time frame candle formation that I showed to you to make a kill of the market. All right, this you can do every day or every other day in the market. All right, so let's wait and see the result, whether it will hit our take profit. Now, as you can see, right now, price has moved considerably well. So it has moved away from our, now once it breaks this high, this very high, because it has now come back to retest, once it breaks this high, then you can move your stop loss to break even so that you can begin to lock your profits, because price can do anything. Okay, so as you can see, our take profit has been smashed. Can you see that? Our take profit has been smashed. If you extend this to this point, can you see that? Our take profit has been smashed there. All right, so that's the first example. It's a very simple strategy. It's just that you need to follow the rules. Okay, and so we can now go to the second example. I just want to show you just two examples so that you can go back test it and see whether it resonates well with you. All right, so let's get back to the one to the daily time frame and see whether we can find any other opportunity. It's a very effective strategy if you can master it very, very well. All right, if you master it very, very well. Okay, so the next one, the next one I want to show to you now is this. Look at this pattern again. Is it not the same pattern that I showed you here? Take a look. Let me show you that pattern again. All right, look at it. All right, let me remove this one so that you can see that pattern very well. All right, look at the pattern here. All right, take a look at it here. Take a look at it here. Is this not the pattern? All right, that's the exact pattern. Look at it. Price took out this low. All right, it took out that low. It swept liquidity there, and after sweeping liquidity, look at this candle close above. Now let's play price from here, and so that you can be able to see it very well. Now after sweeping this previous candle's low, all right, the third candle close above it, just exactly like I told you. All right, and therefore, where is your point of interest? Your point of interest will be this one. This will be your point of interest. Okay, so that's your point of interest on the daily time frame. Now let's get to the entry time frame, which is the 1H, and refine that point of interest before we do anything. Now this is that point of interest. Okay, as you can see, this is your higher time frame point of interest. This is too large for us to take trade from there. Okay, now take a look at this, guys. Let me show you something. Now take a look. This is your OB in the market. Why? Because it swept the previous candle's liquidity. It swept the previous candle's low. It took liquidity from it. All right, now this is your actual OB. Refined OB will be this. But if you look at this OB, if you mark this OB, this third candle, this candle has come to mitigate it, as you can see. And therefore, it will be better for you to now transfer this OB to this next one. Because what you need, remember I told you, for a valid OB, you must have an imbalance. That valid OB must have an imbalance. Remember that? And therefore, this will become your OB because we have an imbalance. All right? It doesn't matter how tiny the imbalance is, but that is our refined OB. Okay? That's our refined OB. So that's our refined OB. As you can see, there is an imbalance there, even though it is very, very small, but it is an imbalance nevertheless. And therefore, we want to frame our trades using this very, in this case, what do we want to do? We want to go long. All right. So we want to frame our trade from here. We are waiting for price to come and tap into that point of interest, but give it a buffer. All right. Give it a buffer. Very, very important. Give it a buffer. And then where will be our TP? Let's get back to that daily time frame and see where we can take TP from. All right. Let's see our TP on the daily time frame. As you can see, all right, where is our TP? Okay, let me see our TP. So our TP is going to still be this opposing candle here. This opposing candle is still going to be our TP. All right, it's still going to be our TP. This opposing candle, opposing OB. All right, so we go back to that 1R. It's still going to be our take profit, and therefore we can Where is that take profit? Let's see. Okay, so this is going to be our take profit. All right, it's going to be our take profit. Okay, so if it goes our way, this will give us 8 out. All right, so let's continue to play price and see what happens next. We're already tapped into the market. All right, we are already tapped into the market. I hope you understand that. We have been tapped into the market there. Okay, so let's move this one out a bit like this. Okay, as you can see, we have been tapped into the market with our refined OB. All right, so let's stretch out this one to see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, our TP has been smashed. All right, can you see that? Our TP here has been smashed. All right, if we stretch this out, you will see our TP is smashed. Look at it. Simple trade setup, simple strategy. All right, using the higher time frame candle formation to find trades in the market. All right, guys, I hope you had value with this video, and if you did, please give us a like. We need it. Please give us a like. All right, and if you are new to our channel, please consider subscribing. We need your subscription. All right, it doesn't cost you anything. It's free of charge. So please give us your subscription and turn on the notification bell so that anytime we publish a new video like this, you'll be notified about it. And if you're interested in learning more of our strategies, you can join our VIP community. There is a promo that is running now, and we are having 50% cut of our normal mentorship fee. So if you're interested, please, you can DM me on the Telegram and become part of that community. All right, and please, I'm going to leave the link in the description, and then you want to join our free Telegram group, please do so just immediately so that you can learn more of what we are doing here. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see you in our next educational video.